थोड़ा सा टफ है, कुछ तो पता नहीं लग रहा है क्या करना है. Once you'll start it, once you'll like start the approach, those questions can be easily solved. And that is what happens. That is what happened when teachers solve. See, if you have been given few questions, you feel like I can't solve it. But when teacher will solve that question, you will feel कि okay, बहुत आसान था. Reason? Because you couldn't start that question, you couldn't start the solution. The same thing will happen to those questions as well. If you'll just have a glance over those questions, it'll look like very tough question. बहुत ही खतरनाक question है. But if you actually go into the details of the information, you'll think they are straightforward questions. They are very, very conceptual questions. ठीक है? So I have selected that type of question only, जो कि थोड़ा standard होता है, जो कि JEE में या NEET में पूछा जाता है. वैसे ही लेवल का आपको question मिलेगा. ठीक है? And yeah, you can also say most of the questions are from a particular coaching institute. You can say not DPP, a very renowned coaching institute. You can say the pioneer. He was the first one who has actually made this coaching institute for JEE and all so famous. तो उसका जो prelims पहला जो उसका एक paper बना था, the first content that they have actually produced, and the same content was spread all over the India, and all the other coaching institutes have started doing that. No, not that, Pritesh. So few of the questions have been taken from that content also, because they have been taken from a very standard book and very standard like source. ठीक है? चलो तो आज की क्लास हम लोग फिर शुरू करते हैं. Alright, so let us start our class. So today we'll talk about electromagnetic wave. However, I have already taught the displacement current, which has been omitted from your board syllabus, but it's there in your competitive syllabus. ठीक है? So I have already covered that part. So let us solve 3 numericals that I have given to you in the last class. Once we'll solve these questions, then we'll move on to our actual business. Like what is the source of electromagnetic wave? What are the properties of electromagnetic waves? How electromagnetic waves propagate and all those things. ठीक है? चलो बच्चों, what is the answer for this? Give me. ये तो बहुत simple है, right? See, you have to find what is the displacement current through the area. We know that. कैसे solve करेंगे? We know that IC is equal to ID, right? We know that displacement current or ID is equal to IC, and which is equal to I. So current in this region or displacement current in this region is what? ID, which is equal to I. Since current density will be same here, because current density won't change, right? Because यहाँ पे भी same, तो सब जगह क्या रहेगा? Current density same. So same current will be flowing through each section. So I would say if total area is A, and through that if current is I, so through A by 2 area, what will be the current? So through A by 2 area, current will be I by 2. ठीक है बच्चों? So total current was I. So through A by 2 area कितना हो जाएगा? It will be I by 2, because current density will be same. ये तो बहुत easy question था. This is just based on this fact. This question is based on this fact that ID will be equal to IC. All right, guys. Give me the answer for this question then. dV by dt क्या है? Not dV. You have to find displacement current. dV by dt is given to you. Capacitance is given to you. Good afternoon, Athar. You have come late. चलो बच्चों, जल्दी से आंसर करो. Thank you, Pratish. चलिए. Sanat Soni has answered. Pratish Patil has answered. Baswaraj has answered. और कोई आंसर है किसी के पास? 18. Okay. Pratish has answered 0.5 into 10 to the power 6. All right. 18. What is the unit, bacha? Sanat Soni and Baswaraj. Athar, it was 330 ना, वो ग्रुप पे डाला था हम लोगों ने. 18 सही है. या चलो, बहुत ही आसान सवाल है. This question has been given to you just to make sure that you can actually get one more relation for displacement current. ठीक है ना? तो देखो बच्चा, displacement current होता क्या है? So ID is nothing but epsilon naught into d phi by dt, isn't it? Epsilon naught into d phi by dt. So I can write this phi as, so I write d by dt of phi as electric field into area, right? Area will be constant, so I can take areas out, and this electric field can be written as potential difference by thickness, because electric field will be constant throughout this space, right? So I would write E naught into A, and E can be written as V by D, so that D is also constant, D can be taken out, and we are going to get dV by dt. If you remember capacitor chapter, you can say that A epsilon naught D is nothing but capacitance of these two capacitor plate, or these two plates when air is filled in, right? So I can write simply this is C into dV by dt. dV by dt. So now put the value. ये क्या हो गया? What has happened? Wait a minute. Yeah. So ID will be equal to C. C कितना है बच्चा लोग? 3 microfarad. 3 into 10 to the power minus 6 into dV by dt is 6 volt per second. So if you solve this, you'll get 18 into 10 to the power minus 6 microampere. Guys, click yes if you have understood this. Bachcha log, please click yes if you have understood this. So ID can be written as C into dV by dt. तो इस फॉर्म को प्लीज याद रखना, इंपॉर्टेंट है, ठीक है? तो इन ऑब्जेक्टिव क्वेश्चन you can be asked question from this information, from this relation. All right, come on guys, give the answer for this question. Pratish has given an answer. So guys, this is extremely simple. Based on the last relation, you can get the answer here. पिछला जो relation था ना, उससे आप आंसर निकाल सकते हो. So a capacitor of capacitance 5 microfarad is charged so that the current has a steady value of 100 milliampere. Find the rate of change of potential difference across the plate. So you have to find what is dV by dt, right? तो यहाँ देखो क्या बताया चलो. C is given to you, steady value of current, right? Current has a steady value that is 100 milliampere. So ID is nothing but C into dV by dt. So dV by dt will be written as dV by dt will be written as ID divided by C. ID is 100 milliampere divided by C is 5 microfarad. So answer will be 2 into 10 to the power 3 volt per second. Baswaraj, I think तुमने कुछ गड़बड़ कर दिया. Sorry, 2 into 10 to the power 4, not 3. 2 into 10 to the power 4. Correct. Baswaraj is correct. So you can say 20 kilowatt per second. ठीक है बच्चा लोग. Guys, I have not bifurcated this this chapter as boards or competitive. उसका reason है देखो. Competitive का सिर्फ जो portion था I have taught you separately in last class. But I can't bifurcate boards and competitive in the rest of the topics because they are quite simple, and in one class only I can cover all the aspects. Okay? So at the end of the class, please go and check the assignment folder. Okay? Or just check the folder of electromagnetic wave on Google Drive. I have added few questions. Okay? So try to solve those questions. Answer keys are also attached to that. So please solve that question after the end of the class. You'll get to know that it is very difficult to actually bifurcate this chapter into competitive and boards. बहुत ही छोटा सा चैप्टर है, दो टॉपिक में खल्लास हो जाएगा ये चैप्टर, ठीक है? तो guys, now let us start the rest remaining portions of electromagnetic waves. ठीक है? तो बच्चा लोग अगर शुरू करते हैं electromagnetic wave के बारे में, तो you know what is this electromagnetic wave? तो पहले बताओ source क्या है? What is the source of this electromagnetic wave? Yes, this chapter will be over today only. कितना भी टाइम लगेगा, आज ही हम इसको खत्म करेंगे. Tell me guys, what is source of electromagnetic wave? We have studied, if I ask you a few basic questions, you'll say, is that static charge? If there is static charge, tell me guys, what will this static charge produce? बोलो बच्चा लोग, ये static charge क्या produce करता है? So this static charge will produce electric field only, right? The static charge will produce electric field only. If I ask you to give the answer for moving charge, tell me, what will moving charge produce? It will produce electric field and magnetic field, right? It might be a possibility that electric field only. It might be a possibility that magnetic field only. Why do I say that? That moving charge can produce both of them. moving charge can produce only electric field, moving charge can produce only magnetic field as well. Tell me guys, what is the reason behind this? Why did I write 3 aspects of this? Can you give me the reason behind that? Anyone? बहुत ही basic है इसका answer. Tell me guys, why did I say that moving charge can produce both of them, can produce only electric field, can produce only magnetic field as well? Because moving charge क्या है बच्चा? This moving is what? This motion is what? A relative term. क्या है बच्चा लोग? This is what? A relative term. So this moving charge can be at rest with some reference frame, right? So it can be what? At rest with some with respect to a reference frame. So in that case, it can only produce electric field also. In up case, it can produce only magnetic field also. ठीक है? अच्छा, guys, is there any difference between moving charge and current? If I say moving charge, does that mean I'm talking about electric current? बोलो बच्चा लोग. Let me ask you as a question only. Electric current. Tell me, what does this produce? Electric current से क्या produce होगा? Electric current से क्या produce होगा? Either electric current will produce both of them or any one of them. बोल बच्चा लोग. Tell me guys. Electric current will produce either electric field or magnetic field or both of them. Both? No. Electric current will only produce magnetic field. Electric current will only produce magnetic field. And why do I say that? देखो बच्चा लोग, there is a difference between moving charge and this electric current. If you talk about electric current will move in what? A closed conducting loop, right? If I ask you, if let's say this is a current conducting wire, if current is flowing I here, tell me what is electric field here? Do you get any electric field here? No. यहाँ पे क्या मिलता है? सिर्फ magnetic field मिलता है. Why you will get only magnetic field here? Because this conductor is what? If you talk about the total conducting part, conductor, you'll find net charge is what? 0 here in the conductor. However, charge is moving. If electron is moving here, if electron come out of an atom, there will be a positive sign that will what? Induced, that will be produced in the atom. So net charge in the conductor will be what? 0 only. So don't get confused with this moving charge and electric current. The correct answer for electric field is what? It will produce magnetic field only. But यहाँ पे क्या है देखो बच्चा लोग, ये क्या? It can produce both of them as well. तो इसका थोड़ा ध्यान देना. Electric current will flow in a conducting wire, or a conducting wire will be what? Will be a neutral. As a whole, if you talk about, will be what? Neutral. यहाँ पे आप Gauss law भी लगा के देख सकते हो. If you apply Gauss law here, what is the Q enclosed here? बोल बच्चा लोग, what is Q enclosed here? 0. What is Q enclosed here? 0. So what will be the electric field here? It will be 0. Are you getting my point? तो इस चीज को हमेशा ध्यान दीजिएगा. चलिए, exactly. रितेश, चलो आगे बात करते हैं. यही तो था ना हमारा. अभी मुझे बताना पड़ गया आपको. You should be saying this answer clearly. That's our only B, because this is the observation that we get. But तुम लोगों ने बोला सर दोनों देगा. ये तो होगा ही नहीं. ठीक है. चलिए, तो ये क्या बताएगा बच्चा लोग? सिर्फ B. अच्छा, मूविंग में क्या है बच्चा लोग? मूविंग चार्ज में E मिल सकता है, B मिल सकता है, खाली E मिल सकता है, खाली B मिल सकता है. इसी में if I write accelerating charge. Tell me guys, what will this produce, or what will this source produce? ये क्या करेगा? So this will produce both. ये क्या करता है बच्चा लोग? ये क्या करेगा? दोनों ही प्रोड्यूस करेगा. So what did Maxwell say? What was the suggestion by Maxwell? Maxwell said that electromagnetic wave, or the source of electromagnetic wave, क्या होता है बच्चा लोग? क्या होता है इसका source? Accelerating charge. अच्छा, few of you were saying sir oscillatory charge, LC oscillation. देखो बच्चा, LC oscillation is one of the example. समझ में आ रहा है? LC oscillation क्या? एक example है. Accelerating charge का एक example है. During oscillation, charges will be charge on the capacitor oscillates, accelerates. समझ में आ रहा है क्या? So in that way also you can say that कि वहां भी मुझे मिलेगा. But what is the source of this? Accelerating charge will be what? The source of electromagnetic wave. तो एक्सेलरेटिंग चार्ज क्या क्या करेगा? इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड प्रोड्यूस करेगा और मैग्नेटिक फील्ड प्रोड्यूस करेगा. बट कैसा प्रोड्यूस करेगा बच्चा लोग? सो दिस विल प्रोड्यूस, accelerating charge will produce time varying electric field, or you can say magnetic field, and time varying magnetic field will produce time varying electric field, and then again time varying electric field will produce time varying magnetic field. Again this time varying magnetic field will produce क्या करेगा बच्चा लोग? Time varying electric field. तो are you getting this point guys? होगा क्या? Once you get time varying magnetic field, it will produce time varying electric field. We have already studied this part. हमने पढ़ा है. Faraday law says, ये क्या बताता है बच्चा लोग? किसने बोला था ये? We have studied this induced electric field. याद है सबको? When you are placing a conducting loop in a time varying magnetic field, क्या होता है? Time varying induced electric field will produce. This has been said by Faraday. ये किसने बोला था? Faraday ने बोला. And then time varying electric field produces time varying magnetic field. किसने बोला? Maxwell ने बोला. So can I say this is now going to what? Create a like continuous propagation. This is gonna have a what? A continuous generation of time varying electric field, time varying magnetic field. बात समझ में आ रही है क्या? तो एक बार once an electromagnetic wave will be produced, will be generated because of an accelerating charge. Now that electromagnetic wave does not require source. Now that electromagnetic wave does not require source. एक बार source से अगर electromagnetic wave निकला, तो for further propagation it does not require source. होता क्या है? तो ऐसा कुछ chain reaction बनता जाता है. Alright guys, so you can also say from this part, this will produce again time varying magnetic field. And both of them क्या produce कर देगा? Electromagnetic wave. Why do I say electromagnetic wave? देखो reason बहुत simple है बच्चा. What is wave? Wave is nothing but disturbance, propagation of energy. है ना? प्रोपेगेशन ऑफ एनर्जी. तो ये इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड और ये मैग्नेटिक फील्ड अगर जनरेट हुआ, ये ऐसे ट्रैवल करेगा, तो इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड विल कैरी सम इलेक्ट्रोस्टैटिक एनर्जी, मैग्नेटिक फील्ड विल कैरी सम मैग्नेटिक एनर्जी, राइट? तो नाउ क्या हुआ? बिकॉज ऑफ जनरेशन ऑफ मैग्नेटिक फील्ड एंड इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड, नाउ इन द स्पेस एनर्जी इज बीइंग ट्रांसफर्ड, एनर्जी इज बीइंग ट्रैवल्ड और इज बीइंग प्रोपेगेटेड. Am I clear to all of you guys? तो यहाँ पे एनर्जी कैसे प्रोपेगेट कर रहा है? With the help of electric field and magnetic field. And when energy will be propagated in this way, we call this, there is a wave formation, there is a wave propagation, right? Wave is nothing but disturbance, propagation of energy. तो वही तो हो रहा है ना यहाँ पे. So what is the source of generation of electromagnetic wave? Accelerating charge. करता कैसे है? Because of production, or because of generation of time varying magnetic field and electric field. Guys, click yes if you have understood this source. सबको समझ में आया? अच्छा, कैसे होता है? This was the suggestion after so many experiments, after so many observations. This Maxwell has actually given this part in late 19th century, in 1888 or 1890. Hertz has actually performed an experiment, and that experiment was so obvious that this particular theory given by Maxwell has been approved, has been accepted by all of them. So I will let you know, I will teach you that experiment also in coming slides. Don't worry. ठीक है? ये जो पार्ट था किसने बोला था? मैक्सवेल ने बताया, आफ्टर ऑब्जर्वेशंस, आफ्टर सम रिलेशंस, आफ्टर सम एक्सपेरिमेंट्स. But a very clear cut and very you can say self-explanatory experiment was done by Hertz. As you can also observe, as you can also remember this, the unit of frequency क्या है बच्चा लोग? हर्ट्ज है. तो हर्ट्ज को उस एक्सपेरिमेंट ने पूरे इलेक्ट्रोमैग्नेटिक वेव थ्योरी को एक अलग से एक प्रूफ दिया, उसने वेरीफाई कर दिया. तो मैक्सवेल को बहुत बड़ा हेल्प मिला था हर्ट्ज के एक्सपेरिमेंट से. और उन्होंने क्या किया था? हर्ट्ज वाज एबल टू प्रोड्यूस एन इलेक्ट्रोमैग्नेटिक वेव ऑफ फ्रीक्वेंसी इक्विवेलेंट टू रेडियो वेव. तो थोड़ा एक बड़ा वेवलेंथ का उन्होंने ये निकाल लिया था. क्या किया था? एक वेव उन्होंने प्रोड्यूस करके दिखाया था. आफ्टर दैट बोस फ्रॉम इंडिया, जेसी बोस, उन्होंने फिर एक अलग सा एक वेव क्रिएट करके दिखाया, ठीक है। तो आई विल कम टू दैट दोस पार्ट्स, डोंट वरी। अभी तक के लिए सिर्फ यही समझना है आपको, सोर्स क्या है, सोर्स इज नथिंग बट टाइम वेरिंग इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड एंड मैग्नेटिक फील्ड, एंड दैट दिस विल बी प्रोड्यूस्ड बाय एक्सेलरेटिंग चार्ज। कैसे होता बताऊंगा, ठीक है, वो कैसा एक्सपेरिमेंट हुआ था वो बताएंगे। अब बात करते हैं बच्चा लोग आगे, मैक्सवेल के कुछ इक्वेशंस, लाइक दीज इक्वेशंस हैव नॉट बीन गिवन बाय मैक्सवेल एक्चुअली, these equations have been given by different scientists, but he has actually used these four, actually he has used 20 equations. उन्होंने क्या यूज किया था, 20 equations to explain, to unify electric field, or you can say electricity and magnetism. He has used 20 equations, he has used 20 equations to combine electromagnetics or to combine electrodynamics. उन सबको combine करने के लिए उन्होंने 20 equations का यूज किया था। But nowadays, if you unify all of them, these four equations are more than sufficient to combine all of them together. Clear hai? So using these four equations, you can actually unify electricity and magnetism, and you can say both of them are not separate, but both of them are what? Completely related to each other. So electric field will produce magnetic field will produce electric field. दोनों क्या है आपस में related है, they are not separate entity. तो चार इक्वेशन से याद कर लेना बच्चा। पहला इक्वेशन क्या है, दिस इज नथिंग बट गॉस लॉ। ये क्या है बच्चा लोग, गॉस लॉ है, आपने पढ़ा है ऑलरेडी इन इलेक्ट्रोस्टैटिक्स, दैट इंटीग्रल E डॉट dA, this is written as a bold letter, you can also represent vector in terms of bold letter, ठीक है। तो इंटीग्रल E डॉट dA is what, ये क्या है बच्चा लोग, this is nothing but the net flux, तो net flux is equal to Q enclosed by epsilon naught. Second law is nothing but Gauss law for magnetism. It suggests, ये क्या बताता है बच्चा लोग, this suggests, let me use a red color, this suggests monopoles do not exist, monopoles do not exist. The same pole looks north from one side and south from the other side, यही होता है ना basically. So monopoles do not exist, or you can also say this particular equation was based on this part, that magnetic field exists in what, closed loop, exists in closed loop. So this is the Gauss law for magnetism, that B dot dA will be equal to 0. यहाँ पे B dot dA क्या हो जाएगा बच्चा लोग, 0. This is the Gauss law for magnetism. What is the third law बच्चा, third equation क्या यूज किया उन्होंने Faraday का law यूज, Faraday का equation यूज किया, that integral E dot dl. Tell me guys, what is this E here? If you remember EMI, I have taught you this. What is E here? Which electric field are we talking about here? बोलो बच्चा लोग, which electric field are we talking about here? Induced electric field. याद है सबको? In induced electric field I have taught you here, not in boards but in competitive I have taught you. So this E is what, induced electric field. So integral line or closed integral E dot dl is nothing but minus d phi by dt, or you can say this is nothing but induced EMF. So induced EMF is minus d phi by dt, or integral, closed integral E dot dl. This is nothing but the Faraday's law of electromagnetic induction. तो देखो यहाँ पे ये क्या मिल गया आपको, इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड को मैग्नेटिक फ्लक्स से रिलेट किया, ये भी देखो यहाँ रिलेशन दिखाता है हमें, ठीक है। चलो फोर्थ पॉइंट क्या है बच्चा लोग, सो फोर्थ इक्वेशन इज नथिंग बट एम्पियर्स लॉ, which in which Maxwell has actually added displacement current. This fourth equation में क्या है basically, this is nothing but Ampere's circuital law, but in this one what did he do, he have actually added the concept of displacement current. So this particular equation is called as, or this law is called as Ampere's Maxwell law. This is what, a combined law where the concepts used by Ampere and the concept used by Maxwell has been combined. So this equation is called as Ampere's Maxwell law. This has been from Ampere's Maxwell law. What is this बच्चा लोग, mu naught into epsilon naught d phi by dt. So this term is nothing but ID. ये क्या है बच्चा लोग, तो आपको पढ़ाया मैंने लास्ट क्लास में. So this is nothing but ID. This is nothing but ID, displacement current. All right, चलिए. So these are the four equations that you have to remember. आपके boards में they can ask you write the Maxwell four equations or Maxwell equations in vacuum. ठीक है, तो ये चार equations याद होना चाहिए, कोई गलती मत करना इसमें, boards में directly question पूछाएगा आपसे. चलिए, अच्छा, one more thing, like is the order important? तो order important नहीं है, but हाँ याद जरूर ऐसे ही करना. Okay, चलिए आगे बात करते हैं चलो, प्रोपेगेशन ऑफ EM वेव्स, प्रोपेगेशन ऑफ EM वेव्स। तो हाउ डज इलेक्ट्रोमैग्नेटिक वेव प्रोपेगेट? तो बेसिकली हुआ ये क्या चलो, तो इसको देखा ऐसा गया, ये मैक्सवेल ने बताया कि जो इलेक्ट्रोमैग्नेटिक वेव है, अच्छा पहले ये बताओ, हाउ डिड वी गेट टू नो दैट इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड एंड मैग्नेटिक फील्ड विल बी परपेंडिकुलर टू ईच अदर? कहां से हमें पता लगा? How did we get to know that electric field and magnetic field will be perpendicular to each other? याद करो बच्चा लोग, when we have studied this part, कि if you place a conducting loop in a time varying magnetic field, time varying magnetic field, if this is what varying, time varying magnetic field, tell me what will be the direction of electric field bachcha log? What will be the direction of induced electric field here? So direction of induced electric field will be along this loop, right? तो क्या होता है, वो इस loop के along चला जाता है। So electric field is in this plane. Electric field is in this plane. But what is the direction of magnetic field? Magnetic field is what? Perpendicular to this plane. So from here you can say that electric field and magnetic field are perpendicular to each other. So if they are oscillating, if their values are actually varying, क्या है बच्चा लोग? They will vary in what? In perpendicular direction. Their oscillation will occur in perpendicular direction to each other. तो सबसे पहले E और B क्या है बच्चा लोग? Perpendicular direction में होगा. And second, in which direction the propagation of electromagnetic wave occur? तो electromagnetic wave, you can say propagation of our electromagnetic wave travels in a direction perpendicular to E and B both. Perpendicular to E and B both. तो दोनों के परपेंडिकुलर क्या करेगा? इलेक्ट्रोमैग्नेटिक वेव प्रोपेगेट करेगा। ऑलराइट, कैसे निकला था? तो ये पूरा एक्सपेरिमेंटल था, वहां से उन्होंने बताया। अच्छा, फॉर योर सिंपलिसिटी यू कैन रिमेंबर दिस V as for the direction. No, this is not the formula, this is not the actual equation. For the direction you can write direction of direction of speed of the, or direction of velocity of electromagnetic wave will be equal to E cap cross B cap. You can remember like this. In some of the book you'll be like, you can also write like this. There is no any doubt here. You can also write like this. आप इसको ऐसे भी लिख सकते हो, कोई इसमें दिक्कत नहीं होगा। So V is equal to E cross B. ठीक है बच्चा लोग, तो V क्या है बच्चा लोग? E और B के, E cross B के बराबर है। Actually in later slides I will teach you that speed, that is the speed of electromagnetic wave is called as C, जो कि speed of light के बराबर होता है। It was also observed that this V will be equal to C. C क्या है बच्चा लोग? Speed of light. It was observed by Maxwell that the speed of electromagnetic wave in vacuum will be equal to, क्या हो जाएगा बच्चा लोग? Will be equal to किसके बराबर हो जाएगा? स्पीड ऑफ लाइट के बराबर। क्लियर है बच्चा लोग? समझ में आया सबको? आई थिंक ये इक्वेशन करेक्ट नहीं होगा, आप सिर्फ इसका ये याद रखो, कैप याद रखो। इक्वेशन करेक्ट नहीं होगा प्रीतेश, कैप याद रखो, ठीक है? इक्वेशन कुछ और बताता है, ठीक है? इक्वेशन में बता दूंगा क्या है, वैल्यू क्या बताता है, सिर्फ कैप याद रखो। दिस इज द कन्वेंशन, दिस आफ्टर द एक्सपेरिमेंट्स, दिस इज द कन्वेंशन दैट यू कैन यूज, ठीक है? आप इसका डायरेक्शन के लिए इसको यूज कर सकते हो। V will be equal to E cross B. Just for the sake of direction you can remember this. अच्छा, what is the value of V बच्चा लोग? So it has been observed that the speed of electromagnetic wave will be equal to speed of light. किसके बराबर हो जाएगा? स्पीड ऑफ लाइट के बराबर हो जाएगा। क्लियर है? तो इस चीज को भी आपको याद रखना। किसने प्रूव किया? तो बाद में जब लोगों ने डिफाइन किया, जब बाद में लोगों ने फाइंड आउट किया कि व्हाट इज द स्पीड ऑफ लाइट, व्हाट इज द स्पीड ऑफ इलेक्ट्रोमैग्नेटिक वेव दैट you guys are producing, तो दोनों में देखा क्या कि they are what? Equal actually. तो दोनों ने क्या देखा? they are what? Equal. तो जैसे ही लोगों को लगा ये इक्वल है, तो फिर बोला कि स्पीड, ये जो लाइट भी है वो क्या है बच्चा लोग? इलेक्ट्रोमैग्नेटिक वेव है। द कॉन्सेप्ट दैट लाइट इज एन इलेक्ट्रोमैग्नेटिक वेव कहां से आया? बाय दिस इक्वालिटी आल्सो ओनली। तो दिस पर्टिकुलर इक्वालिटी gave the idea that light is what? An electromagnetic wave. बिकॉज पहले से लोग देख रहे थे कि लाइट क्या है, डिफ्रैक्शन कर रहा है, वेव की तरह भी बिहेव कर रहा है, और साथ में उन्होंने देखा कि स्पीड ऑफ जो इलेक्ट्रोमैग्नेटिक वेव हो रहा है वो किसके बराबर हो जा रहा है, स्पीड ऑफ लाइट के बराबर हो जा रहा है। मतलब उन्होंने बोला फिर बाद में क्या, दैट स्पीड ऑफ लाइट इज व्हाट, नथिंग बट, सॉरी, लाइट इज नथिंग बट व्हाट, an electromagnetic wave. So this was the basic, this was the basis, this was the actually the start, the origin of consideration of light as an electromagnetic wave. All right guys, तो ये कहानी है आपका electromagnetic wave का। कभी भी like this is, अच्छा, how did we get this direction? So this was based on what? This was based on all the like experiments done by Hertz and Maxwell. सब लोगों के experiment के बाद ये कहानी हमें यहाँ मिलता है। All right, so this is all about the propagation of EM wave. अच्छा, और इसके बाद हर्ट्ज का एक्सपेरिमेंट आता है। नाउ he has given all the, like Maxwell has given all the information, he has given all the theory, he has given all the assumptions that he have made in front of the world कि ये है EM wave का कहानी, but very few of them were actually convinced. बहुत कम लोग उसको समझ पा रहे थे, ठीक है, तो बहुत कम लोग उसको समझ पा रहे थे बच्चा लोग। Ravi Kiran, do you know source of light? Ravi Kiran is asking, sir, if light is an EM wave, how source is accelerating? Ravi Kiran, do you know what is source of light? Just give me an example of source of light. Let us clear Ravi Kiran's doubt. Guys, tell me an example of source of light. Sun. Sun कैसे light निकालता है बच्चा लोग? Sun में क्या है? What are the constituents? Photons हैं, electrons हैं, charged particles हैं, right? So those charged particles क्या है? Move कर रहा है, oscillate कर रहा है. So they are what? Oscillating. Helium जो आपको helium का जो ions है, charge है, वो क्या कर रहा है? Oscillate कर रहा है. Oscillation means acceleration. Can you imagine an oscillation on oscillate, or you can say an oscillatory particle without acceleration? All the oscillatory particles are what? Are all the oscillatory motion or what? An accelerated motion, right? So if there is an oscillation going on, that is nothing but acceleration. Got the point? So those helium ions, those helium charged particles, what they are doing? They're what? Oscillating. And though they are charged particle oscillating, that means accelerating, that means they are producing time varying electric field and magnetic field. And once they are being produced, you don't need sun. उसके बाद उनको जरूरत नहीं है, वो क्या सीधा अपना करते हैं, फिर से they will what? They'll produce each other. They'll what? Generate each other, and they are what? Actually coming to earth continuously. Got the point, guys? चलिए. Now let us talk about Hertz experiment. How did or what did actually this Hertz have done? क्या इन्होंने किया था? तो what did he do? Actually he has taken, actually experiment बहुत बड़ा था, but मैं सिर्फ तुमको एक छोटा सा एक ग्लिम्स देता हूँ, because this is not in your syllabus. ये आपके syllabus में बिल्कुल नहीं है, but just for the sake of थोड़ा सा satisfaction, I have included this part here. So he has actually taken 2 electrodes. उन्होंने क्या लिया? उन्होंने 2 इलेक्ट्रोड लिया, ठीक है। The significance of connecting different spheres, वो आपके सिलेबस में नहीं, तो मैं सारी चीजें एक्सप्लेन नहीं करूंगा. I'll just give you the exact thing. वो हुआ एक्चुअली क्या था वो मैं बता देता हूँ आपको. So he was having a sphere here. ये कौन बच्चा इतना रो रहा है? He has connected a high tension inductor. He has connected a high tension inductor. High tension inductor. ठीक है? And then he has connected a battery, a source, with a what? A switch, intermittent switch. तो ये उनका कुछ ऐसा अरेंजमेंट था. This is what a sphere. यहाँ पे metallic sphere यूज किया, यहाँ पे metallic sphere यूज किया. And these are the electrodes, and they were actually placed very close to each other. They were not connected to each other, but क्या था, बिल्कुल एकदम पास में था. इसको यहाँ से डिलीट करो, अदरवाइज तो शॉर्ट सर्किट हो जाएगा, चार्ज ही नहीं जाएगा. So it was something like this. Okay, and Acha, what is the meaning of this bachalo? High tension inductor. Have you heard of this? Have you heard of this name, high tension inductor? First of all, this inductor क्या करेगा? Inductor, this inductor will oppose the sudden change. High tension का मतलब क्या है? Here N will be very large. N will be very large. We know that induced EMF will be equal to L di by dt. L di by dt. Just imagine, हमारा यहाँ पे काम क्या करना था? We have to produce spark here. We have to produce spark here. Tell me, how do we get spark here? Spark होता क्या? Spark is nothing but very fast moving charges or very fast moving electrons. When those electrons will move very fast at a very fast speed, what will happen? They will radiate energy. Okay, they will radiate energy. If that energy have the wavelength, or if that radiation falls under the range of visible light, under the wavelength of visible light, you will find some kind of light. आपको क्या दिखता है कि कुछ light जा रहा है. तो हमें करना क्या? We have to take one positive charge from here or one negative charge from here, and we have to actually bring this negative charge from this metallic sphere to this sphere. How will that occur? If I need some electron to pass through this vacuum, pass through this particular open segment, tell me what we have to do. We have to give an enormous amount of energy to these electrons, right? We have to give an enormous amount of energy to this electron. Clear hai? That means we have to give a very high electric field at this point, right? Why do we need very high electric field? Because this is what? Vacuum here, air hai. Matlab we have to actually break down this vacuum or air inside this. तो हमें क्या करना पड़ेगा? We have to actually do the breakdown, dielectric breakdown करना पड़ेगा इसका, so that this conductor, this insulator will also act as a conductor. So we have to ionize the air here. So that the electrons will come out of this metallic surface and will move on to this metallic surface. So when this electron will come out of this metallic surface and move to this, what will happen? You will see what? A spark. तुम्हें क्या दिखेगा? Spark दिखेगा. That means we need a what? A very high voltage. तो high voltage लाएं कैसे? The first method is you can use a very large battery. You can use a battery of very large potential difference. But उसका एक और तरीका क्या? Will take help of this inductor. We know that induced EMF is nothing but L di by dt. L depends on the number of turn. If you increase the number of turn here, L will become large. L बड़ा हो जाएगा. And if you actually change the current in a very small time, if you decrease this dt to, let's say, 0 part, बहुत ही 0 के करीब करोगे, this ratio will become very high. So if you suddenly switch it on, if you suddenly switch it off, this di by dt will be somewhat infinity, very large number. So this will be a very large number. This is already a large number. So they will multiply, and induced EMF across the inductor will be very, very high. And when we got induced EMF across this very high, what will happen? Electric field between these 2 points will become very high. So these electrons will get a very high amount of, very large amount of energy to do the dielectric breakdown. Guys, please click yes if you have understood this theory. That why did we use high tension inductor and why did we use an inductor at all? Guys, please click yes if you have understood this theory or the application of this inductor here. To do the breakdown, dielectric breakdown of the air, हमने क्या यूज किया? हाई टेंशन इंडक्टर और एक स्विच यूज किया. ठीक है, ये चार्ज को ये बताना था कि चार्ज यहाँ पे स्टोर हो रहा है कि नहीं, वो देखने के लिए. बाकी ये सब चीज मैं अभी आपको नहीं बताऊंगा, आपके सिलेबस के बाहर की चीज है, आप सिर्फ यही समझो. The setup was actually like this. उसमें इसका भी कुछ सिग्निफिकेंस था. वो बेसिकली ये बता सकता था आपको कि चार्ज कितना जा रहा है, कितना नहीं जा रहा है. ठीक है ना? चलिए, तो अभी हुआ ये. This is not the only experiment. This is not what he wanted to do. He simply doesn't want only a spark to come out of this. उन्होंने क्या किया? At a particular distance, he has maintained the same kind of arrangement. At a particular distance, he has maintained the same kind of arrangement. 2 electrodes were brought close to each other. और उसके बाद यहाँ पे क्या किया, ऐसा कुछ इसको कनेक्ट कर दिया, ठीक है। एंड देन ही हैज यूज्ड सम काइंड ऑफ मेजरमेंट डिवाइस आल्सो, इलेक्ट्रिकल मेजरमेंट डिवाइस आल्सो, जस्ट टू मेजर कि करंट का कुछ तो फ्लो हुआ है। So when he used to switch it on, जब उन्होंने क्या किया, इसको स्विच ऑन किया, so there was spark here, तो यहाँ पे क्या मिल गया बच्चा लोग, स्पार्क मिला। So when the spark was generated here in a very small fraction of time, or you can say like with the naked eye, he observed that the same time spark has been produced here as well. तो यहां भी spark generation हुआ। ठीक है, तो you have generated spark here and this was actually what, a free space। यहाँ पे क्या था, कुछ भी नहीं था, उन्होंने almost vacuum create किया है। So when he actually produced or he generated spark here at the same time, this particular electrode has also got some spark। तो इनका ऐसे दिमाग की घंटी जली, मेंटोस का कुछ काम आया, उन्होंने मेंटोस खाया था कुछ देर पहले, तो दिमाग की घंटी जली और यहाँ बल्ब जला, बोला ऐसे कैसे हुआ, हाउ इज दिस पॉसिबल कि यहाँ का स्पार्क यहाँ ट्रेवल कर गया, एंड दिस स्पार्क वाज नॉट एक्चुअली ट्रेवलिंग लाइक दिस, ये स्पार्क यहाँ जनरेट हुआ एंड automatically suddenly from here also spark has been generated। So guys, tell me, what does this experiment suggest? What does this experiment suggest? बोलो बच्चों, कुछ तो बताओ। What does this experiment suggest? ये एक्सपेरिमेंट ये बताता है कि first of this is beyond science, this experiment suggested that this energy generated at this point has traveled to this point, and that too without any medium। क्लियर है क्या हुआ, क्या बच्चा लोग? So the energy generated here, energy produced here have propagated to this point without any medium। What is the source of this energy? What is the source of this energy? तो accelerating charge, ये चार्ज यहां से गया ना, एक्सेलरेट किया ना। Guys, are you getting my point? अच्छा, यहाँ पे मुझे मिला क्या, इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड मिला, मैग्नेटिक फील्ड मिला। What did you get here? We got electric field here और magnetic field here। अभी मिला मुझे from this particular experiment, we got this, that we have got electric field। But when he placed or when we actually replaced this, replaced with an inductor, he replaced this with an inductor। वो इतना कच्चा खिलाड़ी नहीं था बच्चा, Hertz was very intelligent। He then replaced that particular arrangement with this part, ठीक है। When he replaced this, he observed current in this circuit। Now tell me, what does this suggest? That if I'm replacing this arrangement with this part, with this arrangement, with this system, we are getting some current in this circuit। What does this suggest? That means now we are getting varying magnetic field। क्योंकि ये कब काम करेगा, जब वेरिंग मैग्नेटिक फील्ड यहां मिलेगा। आर यू गेटिंग माय पॉइंट? कब यहाँ पे मैग्नेटिक फील्ड आएगा तब तो ना बच्चा लोग। सो व्हेन दिस सिस्टम वाज केप्ट, ही हैज गॉट रीडिंग हियर, दैट मींस अभी मैग्नेटिक फील्ड भी आया। How did we get this electric field here? How did we get this magnetic field here? When this electron has been accelerated through this motion। Guys, are you able to relate all the points that I have taught you till this? समझ में आ रही? सोर्स से याद करो, सोर्स क्या बताया था मैंने, accelerating charge। Isn't it the apt experiment, the correct experiment to tell that? समझ में आया क्या कैसे जनरेट हुआ इलेक्ट्रोमैग्नेटिक वेव? तो ये हुआ एक्सेलरेटिंग चार्ज के कारण। एंड व्हेन चार्ज एक्सेलरेट्स, क्या क्या मिला? टाइम वेरिंग इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड, टाइम वेरिंग मैग्नेटिक फील्ड। एंड दैट टाइम वेरिंग इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड, टाइम वेरिंग मैग्नेटिक फील्ड हैज ट्रैवल्ड फ्रॉम हियर टू हियर। What do we call that phenomenon? What do we call that disturbance? A wave. Does this wave require a medium? Answer is no. So can we say this wave as a mechanical wave? Answer is no. So we named this as non-mechanical wave. What should I call this? What should I call this apart from non-mechanical wave? Since this wave consists of electric field and magnetic field both, this theory combines electricity and magnetism both. So we called this wave as electromagnetic wave. Since this carries electric field and magnetic field together, so we call this as what? Electromagnetic wave. And we defined electromagnetic wave as the wave which will not require any medium and which will carry an oscillating electric field and an oscillating magnetic field perpendicular to each other. बच्चा लोग, अगर चमका, दिमाग की बत्ती जली, तो क्लिक यस. Guys, please click yes if you have understood this. अगर कोई डाउट है तो पूछो, मैं क्लियर ज्यादा नहीं कर पाऊंगा. Guys, am I clear to all of you? फुल चमका, मस्त एक्सपेरिमेंट था. एग्जैक्टली, ये इसलिए हर्ट्ज का बहुत बड़ा नाम आता है. और इन्होंने क्या बेसिकली किया? He has actually measured the wavelength of the wave that has come here. ठीक है, उन्होंने ये भी पता कि रेडियो वेव के इक्विवेलेंट एक वेव उन्होंने क्रिएट किया. However, to get a wave equivalent to light wave or equivalent to the frequency of light wave, it is very difficult. But फिर बाद में लोगों ने different experiment करके इसको प्रूव किया था. Photoelectric effect ऐसा ही कुछ हुआ होगा. यहाँ वहां भी स्पार्क के लिए, when I teach you photoelectric effect, there also Hertz is actually responsible. He was again doing something with this spark part. Accident में हुआ था. यही spark वाले condition में, when he was trying to create some spark, when he was trying to actually generate some spark by accident, he discovered photoelectric effect. वो मैं आपको बताऊंगा photoelectric effect में, dual nature of light में. ठीक है बच्चों लोग. So this is not in your syllabus, but just for the sake of satisfaction, अंदर से feeling कुछ तो आना चाहिए ना, कुछ लगना चाहिए कि कुछ हुआ है, तो ये experiment has been included. ठीक है बच्चों लोग. So I think now everything is clear कि source क्या है, कैसे propagate करता है, and everything. All right. Now let us come to the examination point of view. Properties of electromagnetic waves. So from properties of electromagnetic waves, most of the questions will be asked to you in CET, NEET, JEE, even in boards. ठीक है. तो पहला क्या है बच्चों लोग property? So electromagnetic waves travel through vacuum with the speed of light. ठीक है, with the speed of light. और ये C का वैल्यू क्या मिला बच्चों लोग? So we knew this permeability of free space. We knew the value of permittivity. When we have multiplied them to the square root, we got this equal to the value of C. तो हमने इसको relate कर दिया C से. ठीक है. So C is what? Equal to 1 by square root of mu naught into epsilon naught. हालांकि इसका कुछ एक और reason है. It depends on the elastic property, it depends on the magnetic property of the medium and all. But उसमें मैं detail में नहीं जाऊंगा. That is not in your syllabus. वो आपके scope से बाहर की चीज है. So I don't want you confused. I don't want you to get confused. If you're going to study electrical engineering or electronics in BTech or BE, then we'll study this electromagnetic wave. I think आपका paper भी होगा उसमें. तो वहाँ ज़्यादा detail में आप पढ़ सकते हैं. या फिर if you want to do BSc and all, so there you have to study electromagnetic wave in detail. ठीक है. बट अभी के लिए सिर्फ यही चीजें याद रखना, ज़्यादा डिटेल में जाने की जरूरत नहीं है. And so okay, the first property is what? Electromagnetic wave travel through vacuum with speed of light c, where c is related to 1 by square root of mu naught into epsilon naught. Guys, if I ask you to find the speed of electromagnetic wave in a medium, other than vacuum, so what will be the answer? V will be written as 1 by square root of, ये क्या हो जाएगा? Mu will be written as mu naught into mu r into epsilon will be written as epsilon naught into epsilon r. All right. चलिए, if you take few things common, if you take this and this product common, you will get that as c. So you can write c divided by square root of mu r into epsilon r. ठीक है बच्चा लोग. तो C/V will be equal to square root of mu r into epsilon r. इसको हम लोग क्या बोलते हैं? रिफ्रैक्टिव इंडेक्स आल्सो. सो रिफ्रैक्टिव इंडेक्स ऑफ मीडियम विल आल्सो बी इक्वल टू दिस. बाद में जाकर पढ़ोगे, ठीक है. सो इन अ मीडियम यू कैन रिमेंबर दिस पार्ट. इन अ मीडियम the value of V will be equal to C divided by square root of mu r into epsilon r. Mu r is what? Relative permeability of a medium, and epsilon r is what? Relative permittivity of the medium. Okay, चलिए. Second property क्या है बच्चों? The second property is that electric and magnetic fields of an electromagnetic wave are perpendicular to each other and also perpendicular to the direction of wave propagation. ये दोनों क्या रहेगा? तीनों आपस में म्यूचुअली परपेंडिकुलर रहेगा. Hence these are transverse wave. पहले क्या माना गया था? Like when before Maxwell and before this, they have accepted this, that okay, electromagnetic wave might be, this light might be electromagnetic wave, or there might be an electromagnetic wave possible. They used to consider electric field propagation as along the wave propagation. But फिर Maxwell ने और इन्होंने Maxwell ने क्या किया? He has taken the help of Faraday's experiment. He has actually derived an equation and he told कि no, the propagation of light, propagation of wave, and the oscillation of electric field, they'll be perpendicular to each other. And this property is called as, this property has been taken as an account, and he told that you can also call this wave as what? A transverse wave. So these electromagnetic waves are called as what? A transverse wave also. मतलब ये हो गया इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड का ऑसिलेशन, तो ये हो गया वेव का ट्रांसफर. ठीक है, चलिए. अच्छा, वन मोर थिंग. द रेशियो ऑफ instantaneous magnitudes, of E and B in electromagnetic wave are related by the expression E by B is equal to C. You can also relate this as the amplitude of electric field divided by the amplitude of magnetic field will be also equal to C. तो ये दोनों भी आप इसको याद कर सकते हैं. ठीक है बच्चा लोग, क्लियर है सबको? चलिए, तो ये पार्ट भी आपको याद रखना है, that E by B is C और E naught by B naught is also C. अच्छा, इसके पहले एक चीज मैं बताना चाहता हूं. This was velocity for no deviation. Yeah, correct है ना? वही चीज तो मैं बता रहा हूँ ना. अच्छा, एक और चीज मतलब in Maxwell equations, when you like this is not in your syllabus. If you will be studying this engineering thermodynamics differential equations and all those things, वहां पे जाके आप पढ़ सकते हो. If you solve these two equations, कौन सा? If you solve these two equations, this किधर गया? Yeah, correct. If you solve these two equations, you'll get an equation like this. You'll get a solution like this. Solution क्या मिलेगा आपको? Solution will be that E is equal to E naught into sine omega t minus kx. Similarly, you'll get B will be equal to B naught into sine omega t minus kx. ठीक है, तो ये आपको इक्वेशन मिलेगा if you solve these two equations. These are the solutions for these two equations. If you solve them, you're going to get this. This suggests electric field is oscillating sinusoidally. This magnetic field is also oscillating sinusoidally. तो ये कहानी आपको इन दोनों की इक्वेशन के सॉल्यूशन से मिलता है. That is not in your syllabus. Just remember this part. Guys, if you can recall the concept of wave, what does the sign suggest? बच्चा लोग, ये sign क्या suggest करता है? Tell me guys, what does the sign suggest here? This negative sign here, or the negative of the, like if this is positive, this is negative, this is positive, this is negative. What does these signs suggest? If the sign of coefficient of x and sign of coefficient of time, if they are opposite, what does that mean? That means wave is propagating like along positive x-axis. इसका meaning क्या है बच्चा लोग? That means wave is what? Propagating along positive x-axis. If both of them are having same sign, what does that mean? If both of them are moving along or both of them are having same sign, what does that mean? That means they are moving, the wave is moving towards negative x-axis. याद है सबको? तो वैसे ही यहाँ भी कंडीशन हमको यूज करना, ठीक है? बाद में क्वेश्चंस के थ्रू मैं आपको पढ़ा दूंगा. ऑलराइट, चलिए, now let us come back to next property. Yeah, so this one, the next property is that electromagnetic wave carry energy. ये तो क्लियर है. So electromagnetic wave क्या है बच्चों लोग? एनर्जी को कैरी करता है. The rate of flow of energy crossing a unit area is described by. फिर से देखो बच्चा लोग, The rate of flow of energy crossing a unit area is described by a pointing vector S. What is this rate of flow of energy बच्चा लोग? Rate of flow of energy per unit area. Have you heard of this term? What do you call this term? इसको कहते क्या हो? जल्दी से बताओ. What do you call this? Rate of flow of energy per unit area. What do you call this? That is nothing but intensity. क्या बोलते हैं उसको? Intensity. So can I say magnitude of this? Magnitude of S vector will be nothing but intensity. Magnitude of this pointing vector S vector will be nothing but intensity. ठीक है? तो rate of flow of energy is nothing but power. Power per unit area is nothing but intensity. So magnitude of this S vector can also be called as intensity of magnetic wave, electromagnetic wave. All right? C बच्चा C. वो इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड मैग्नेटिक फील्ड कहाँ का दिया है तुम्हें मालूम चलेगा ना. अगर मीडियम का दिया है तो स्पीड ऑफ लाइट इन मीडियम, स्पीड ऑफ वेव इन मीडियम. If that E and B is given to you in free space, that will be in free space. ठीक है विश्रुत? Okay. So where S has been defined as, yes, क्या define किया गया बच्चा लोग? And again पूछोगे sir how did we get this? So these all are observations that you have to remember. ये आपको याद करना पड़ेगा, इसको कोई derive नहीं कर सकते हो. So as you can see, described by, ये describe किया after so much of observations. तो ये S is what? 1 by mu naught into E cross B. So S vector is what? 1 by mu naught into E cross B. So this formula is this important. This relation is very important. Please remember this part. Based on pointing vector, CET में question बहुत बार पूछा है. ठीक है? In JEE also, from last 3 to 5 years, from last 5 years, questions have been asked a lot from electromagnetic wave, and that too from this pointing vector. तो थोड़ा इस चीज को अच्छे से ध्यान से याद रखिएगा. So what is the value of this pointing vector and what will be the magnitude and all those things. ठीक है? चलिए आगे बढ़ते हैं बच्चा लोग. Next property says that electromagnetic waves carry momentum and hence exert pressure. Electromagnetic waves carry momentum and hence can exert pressure on surfaces, which is known as radiation pressure. तुम्हें लगेगा सर ये मोमेंटम कैसे कैरी करेगा? मोमेंटम इज मास इनटू वेलोसिटी. नो, मोमेंटम इज मास इनटू वेलोसिटी फॉर पार्टिकल्स, फॉर मटेरियल, फॉर मास. बट मोमेंटम में वेलोसिटी भी आता है. ठीक है? तो एक्चुअली मोमेंटम का डेफिनेशन ऑफ मोमेंटम आफ्टर इलेक्ट्रोमैग्नेटिक थ्योरी वाज टोल्ड एज कि इट इज अ क्वांटिटी, और यू कैन से मोमेंटम कैन बी डिफाइंड एज ट्रांसलेशनल इनवेरिएंस. तो थोड़ा ये हायर लेवल पे आपको पढ़ना होगा. सो मोमेंटम इज अ क्वांटिटी व्हिच इन मोशन डज नॉट चेंज. थोड़ा सा कंफ्यूजिंग है, बट दैट यू विल स्टडी इन हायर लाइक स्टैंडर्ड. तो इसलिए मैं उसके डिटेल में नहीं जा रहा हूं. सिर्फ यू अंडरस्टैंड करो कि होता क्या है बेसिकली. तो इट कैरीज एक्चुअली मोमेंटम. दिस वाज प्रूव्ड आल्सो, दिस रेडिएशन प्रेशर एंड दिस मोमेंटम, about this momentum and radiation pressure, this was proved by Nicholas in 1903 also. उन्होंने निकाला भी, इसको प्रूव किया था by experiment. Guys, when you actually consider sun, ठीक है, sun से क्या होता है बच्चा लोग? sun से क्या आया? आपको एनर्जी आया. तो हाथ में क्या करता है? आपका हाथ जो क्या करता है उसको absorb करता है, एनर्जी absorb करता है. At the same time, your hand experience a pressure also because of the momentum. मतलब ऐसा momentum का literal meaning क्या? What is the meaning of momentum? Momentum क्या है? Mass into velocity. Velocity है कुछ, right? So you'll feel some pressure. If a particle is actually striking on your surface, you'll find pressure, right? But if electromagnetic wave is also falling on your surface, falling on the hand, falling on the surface of your hand will feel the pressure. That pressure is called as radiation pressure. But since it will be very, very small, होता क्या है? This radiation pressure, this देखो, if you can define this, if this radiation pressure is defined, sorry, momentum is defined. Momentum is what? S by C. S by C. But C is very large. Energy is not that large, but C क्या है बच्चा लोग? 3 into 10 to the power 8. since C is very large, so this pressure, so this momentum is very, very small. Momentum is very, very small. That is why we don't feel any momentum, we don't feel any radiation pressure when the light from sun actually falls onto our hand. But hota kya basic mein, if you actually understand the property, the basics, this electromagnetic wave also carries momentum and hence can exert pressure as well on the surfaces. In 1903, Nicholas and Hulse, they have actually experimented this. They have actually found out the radiation pressure on our hand also. उन्होंने इसको experimentally निकाला था value. It was something 7 into 10 to the power minus 6 Newton per meter square. He has calculated that part. ठीक है ना? But anyway, वो हमारे सिलेबस में नहीं है तो ज्यादा दिमाग लगाने की जरूरत नहीं है. आप बोर्ड्स के लिए सिर्फ इसको याद कर लो, रट्टा मार लो. ठीक है? अच्छा. So this part, the pointing vector incident upon perfectly absorbing surface, or you can say the momentum P with pointing vector. What is the relation between momentum and pointing vector? When it is being completely absorbed, the answer is P will be equal to S by C. What about perfectly reflecting surface? So P will be equal to 2S divided by C. Actually, momentum was defined as E divided by V. E divided by V. इसको इस तरीके से define किया गया. Momentum को क्या किया गया? E divided by V. You know this, right? Half into mv square. याद है सबको? Half into mv square is what? Kinetic energy. The energy which is related to the velocity is what? Mv square. If you divide this, if you just actually take this half out, if you divide it by V, what will happen? You'll get what? Momentum. तो इससे कुछ analogy लेके, similarity लेके इसको define किया गया. So energy divided by the velocity. So energy divided by the speed of electromagnetic wave has been defined as this momentum also. बाद में जाके you'll study about this also. If you put the value, you'll get E will be equal to h nu. पढ़ा ना आपने? For wave, what is the energy of wave? So h nu divided by V. If you divide this part, what is the value of V nu बच्चा लोग? How will you write nu? Or if you write this as F only, HF. F को क्या लिखोगे बच्चा लोग? जल्दी से बोलो. Frequency को क्या लिखोगे in terms of lambda and V? What will you write? बोलो बच्चा लोग जल्दी से. C by lambda. Correct है ना? C by lambda. Here we are talking about speed as V. So you'll write H into V divided by lambda into V. V and V cancel. So you must have studied that momentum is nothing but H by lambda. कहाँ पढ़ा है? याद करो. Where have you studied this? Or you must have studied that momentum of an electron. कहाँ होता है बच्चा लोग? That will be what? And like integral multiple of H by lambda. पढ़ा है ना सबने? De Broglie wavelength. Have you studied this part? De Broglie wavelength पढ़ा है ना? Exactly. तो ये यहीं से आता है. Considering the wave nature of the electron, because electrons are also what? Accelerating. Electron is a charged particle. Electron क्या है? Charged particle है. If you talk about the structure of electron atom, so electron is what? A charged particle. And when this will be actually moving in a circular motion, every circular motion is what? An accelerated motion. So an accelerating charge will produce electromagnetic wave. इसलिए तो रदरफोर्ड के और बाकी के जो circular motion में था, like this theory that electron moves in what? A circular motion. इसको लोगों ने discard किया था once this Maxwell electromagnetic theory has come. That if this electron is moving in a circular motion, this is what? Accelerating. So this will what? Emit electromagnetic wave. That means this will emit radiation. So as the time progresses, the energy of the electron will decrease. And if the energy of electron decreases, what will happen? This electron will go into the nucleus, and what the path of the electron must be like? A spiral one. But it doesn't happen. तो फिर बोर ने बोला कि सिर्फ एक इलेक्ट्रॉन वाले के लिए एक ऐसा कुछ कहानी बताया कि इसका मोमेंटम फिक्स्ड रहेगा, एनर्जी फिक्स्ड रहेगा. Do you remember these things, guys, in structure of atom? Anyway, I'll also teach you in modern physics. When I'll be teaching you atoms, I'll again revise those things. So don't worry. Anyway, so this property suggests that electromagnetic waves carry momentum and can exert pressure on surfaces, which is known as radiation pressure. For electromagnetic wave with pointing vector S incident upon a perfectly absorbing surface, we can relate this momentum and S vector as P is equal to S by C. Similarly, on a perfectly reflecting surface, you can relate P is equal to 2S by C. Okay, chaliye. Now guys, we'll talk about average energy density of electromagnetic wave. We'll talk about average energy density for an electromagnetic wave. तो हमें पता है that electromagnetic wave will comprise of time varying electric field and time varying magnetic field. Guys, if I ask you to find the energy density, तो हम क्या बोलेंगे? Energy density because of electric field plus energy density because of magnetic field. Tell me guys, what is the formula for energy density because of electric field? याद है सबको? Tell me guys, what is the formula for energy density due to electric field? Comparative में पढ़ाया था मैंने. Half into epsilon naught into E square. Do you remember this? Half into epsilon naught into E square. Tell me guys, what is the formula for energy density because of magnetic field? What is the energy density due to magnetic field? What is the formula? Come on guys, give the answer. Jaldi se फटाफट. B square divided by 2 mu. B square divided by 2 mu naught. If you add this part, you'll get U is equal to half into epsilon naught into E square plus half into B square divided by mu naught. We know that this E and B changes, it's time varying. Let us put the value of E and B in terms of T. So if you put that, you'll get half into epsilon naught into E naught square into sine square of omega t minus kx plus half into B can be written as B naught square into sine square omega t minus kx divided by mu naught. So this is the total energy density. If I ask you to find the average energy density, over one cycle, average energy density over one cycle. So tell me guys, what will be the answer? So U average will be written as, can I say they are constant? And we know that average of sine square theta over one cycle is what? Half. AC में मैंने आपको पढ़ा के बताया था, right? तो average value of sine square theta over one cycle is what? Half. Average value of sine square theta over one cycle is what? Half. तो क्या मिलेगा आंसर यहाँ बच्चा लोग? तो you'll write 1/2 into this will become half. तो half into half कितना मिल जाएगा? 1/4. तो 1/4 into epsilon naught E naught square plus 1/4 into B naught square into B naught square divided by mu naught. तो ये कहानी मिला मुझे क्या? एवरेज एनर्जी डेंसिटी का. So this is the derivation, this is the relation for average energy density. But we have one more relation. हमारे पास relation क्या है बच्चा? एक और relation है. If I ask you to give the average energy density in terms of electric field, or if I ask you to find what is the fraction of energy density because of electric field, or what is the fraction of energy density because of the magnetic field. So let us try to find out. We have a relation that suggests E naught divided by B naught is equal to C. हमें क्या पता है बच्चा लोग? E naught divided by B naught is equal to C, right? And this C is equal to 1 divided by square root of mu naught into epsilon naught. If I square them, I will get E naught square divided by B naught square is equal to 1 by mu naught into epsilon naught. If I multiply epsilon naught here, I can say epsilon naught into E naught square is equal to B naught square divided by mu naught. If you can relate this equation, if you can actually compare these two equations, you can say in these two terms, these values are nothing but same. So can I say the contribution of energy? You can say this suggests the contribution of electric field and magnetic field in total energy density will be same. In total energy density will be क्या हो जाएगा बच्चा लोग? Same. So if you actually put the values, if you actually put the value of this as this, so you can write this average energy density as 1 by 2 into epsilon naught E naught square, or you can write this as 1 by 2 into B naught square by mu naught. You can write both of them. So this is the relation between energy density and amplitude of electric field and magnetic field. This is relation between energy density and electric field and magnetic field amplitude. Guys, please click yes if you have understood the relation for average density or average energy density. बच्चा लोग जागो, जागो ग्राहक जागो, जो जागेगा वो पाएगा, जो सोएगा वो खोएगा. तो जल्दी से बताओ. Guys, click yes if you have understood this. जागो नहीं तो चंद्रमुखी आ जाएगी, फिर लेके जाएगी साथ में, बता रहा हूं मैं. जाग रहे हैं? अरे कुछ लोग जाग रहे हैं, बाकी लोग तो सो गए. आई कैन से अतर्व, प्रतीश, आशुतोष, चेतना, these guys are alive. बाकी लोग तो पता नहीं जिंदा भी हैं कि नहीं. They're not even responding. All right, so अभी ठीक है. There says Saksha is saying yes sir. ठीक है, now I can see some responses. चिराग is also saying sir alive. तो अभी जिंदा है ना, अपना टाइम है अभी हमारे पास. ओके बच्चा लोग, तो ये हुआ हमारा कहानी. अच्छा, इफ आई आस्क यू टू कंपेयर इंटेंसिटी एंड पावर, ठीक है, तो मैं एक छोटा सा वो करता हूँ. हाँ, एक छोटा सा फालतू का एक रिलेशन निकालूंगा. देखो क्या है कैसे. तो एनर्जी डेंसिटी क्या है बच्चा लोग? व्हाट इज एनर्जी डेंसिटी? एवरेज की बात करते हैं. What is average, like what is this average energy density? I will write average power. Average power, देखो energy density, energy per unit volume है ना, energy per unit volume. तो इसको पावर से अगर कंपेयर करें तो कैसे लिखेंगे? How will I compare this with power और intensity? कैसे, क्या करना चाहिए? जल्दी से बताओ चलो. If I multiply this average part, like this power average क्या है बच्चा लोग? This is nothing but energy per unit time. Energy per unit time, right? So can I write like this into T divided by area into volume. ये सॉरी ऐसा नहीं लिखता हूँ, उसको एनर्जी के टर्म में लिखता हूँ. ठीक है, बाद में वो आ जाएगा. एनर्जी इनटू वॉल्यूम, फिर बाद में आगे काम करते हैं. ठीक है. Now guys, if I ask you to relate this energy, to bring intensity and power into this or area into this, कैसे इसको कंपेयर करोगे? बोलो जल्दी से. बिल्कुल सिंपल सिंपल कन्वर्शन करना, ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन करना है. पावर इनटू टाइम. तो प्रतीश सिंह सर पावर इनटू टाइम लिख दो. फिर क्या लिखना है? ट्राई टू कन्वर्ट दिस इन टर्म्स ऑफ इंटेंसिटी के टर्म में भी बताओ क्या लिखेंगे. इंटेंसिटी के टर्म में भी बताओ क्या लिखेंगे. तो करके बताना जल्दी से. देख, इंटेंसिटी क्या होता है? पावर पर यूनिट एरिया, राइट? पावर पर यूनिट एरिया, करेक्ट है? क्या कुछ आवाज नहीं जा रहा है क्या? एक मिनट रुको चलो, एक मिनट. चलो सॉरी संडे है ना तो थोड़ा सा डिस्टर्बेंस होता है एनीवे ऑलराइट सो आई वाज आस्किंग यू टू इंक्लूड दिस इंटेंसिटी इन विद दिस एनर्जी डेंसिटी तो इंटेंसिटी क्या लिखते हैं चलो पावर बाय एरिया पावर को क्या लिखोगे आप पावर कैन बी रिटन एज एनर्जी पर यूनिट टाइम राइट तो आप इसको ऐसे लिख सकते हो यू कैन राइट एनर्जी पर यूनिट वॉल्यूम और एनर्जी डेंसिटी इनटू वॉल्यूम energy density into volume divided by time into area तो I can write this intensity as तो आप यहां इंटेंसिटी को क्या लिख दोगे बच्चा लोग इसको हटा दो यहां से intensity can be written as u into volume can be written as area into length divided by time into area area get cancelled so can I say I will get I is equal to u into length by time what will be the length by time बच्चा लोग तो यहाँ length by time क्या दे देगा that will be the speed so you can write this as what speed of the electromagnetic wave so you'll get this ratio as u is equal to average energy density into c clear hai so if you put the value you can write this I is equal to average energy density क्या बच्चा लोग half into b naught square divided by mu naught b naught square divided by mu naught into c तो ये आपको एवरेज इंटेंसिटी का मतलब भी मिल जाएगा ओवर अ साइकिल you can also write this as power by per unit area is equal to you can simply introduce that also here because numericals में वैसे पूछे जाते हैं बच्चों so this will be equal to power per unit area will be written as this guys this is not the proof ठीक है this is not the actual proof but ये ऐसा मिलता है मुझे तो इसको मैंने छोटे से मतलब बेसिक कॉमन सेंस से ऐसे मैंने प्रूफ करने की कोशिश की है ठीक है अरे चिराग तुझे पता भी है क्या होता है एनर्जी डेंसिटी एनर्जी क्या होता है पावर इज एनर्जी पर यूनिट टाइम एनर्जी विल बी एनर्जी डेंसिटी इनटू वॉल्यूम तो वॉल्यूम को नीचे क्यों करना है हियर आई हैव टू पावर क्या होता है बच्चा लोग दिस इज एनर्जी पर यूनिट टाइम एनर्जी विल बी एनर्जी डेंसिटी इनटू वॉल्यूम तो व्हाई वॉल्यूम विल बी इन द डिनोमिनेटर चिराग गॉट द पॉइंट चलो अच्छा सो दीज आर दी प्रॉपर्टीज अब एक और प्रॉपर्टी बचा क्या है बच्चा लोग इंटेंसिटी ऑफ ए साइनोसॉइडल प्लेन इलेक्ट्रोमैग्नेटिक वेव इज डिफाइंड एज द एवरेज वैल्यू ऑफ पॉइंटिंग वेक्टर ये पार्ट मिल गया टेकन ओवर वन साइकिल फिर छोटा प्रॉपर्टीज है इलेक्ट्रोमैग्नेटिक वेव्स ओबेज प्रिंसिपल ऑफ सुपरपोजिशन एज वेल ठीक है सो इलेक्ट्रोमैग्नेटिक वेव्स ओबेज प्रिंसिपल ऑफ सुपरपोजिशन एज वेल अच्छा और कोई प्रॉपर्टी है क्या तो यस नेक्स्ट प्रॉपर्टी सजेस्ट that electric vector of electromagnetic field is responsible for all the optical effect the electric vector of an electromagnetic field is responsible for all the optical effects for this reason electric vector is also called as light vector yaad hai kuch when I was teaching you polarization मैंने हमेशा क्या यूज किया था बच्चा लोग इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड वेक्टर डू यू रिमेंबर दैट पार्ट so that is because of this property only electric vector is also called as light vector so in electromagnetic wave कौन सा portion optical effect के लिए responsible होता है तो electric vector is what responsible for the optical effect okay चलिए frequency of electromagnetic wave is its what inherent characteristics when an electromagnetic wave travels from one medium to another its wavelength changes but frequency remains unchanged guys let me just give you a feeling कि कैसे medium से travel करता है electromagnetic wave that means how does electromagnetic wave travels through a medium other than space so let me teach you that part let me give you a basic idea about that let us say this is a medium we are talking about ये मान लो हमारा medium है glass it can be water anything imagine electromagnetic wave has come here मस्त एकदम मचलता हुआ आया now what will happen here so how does this electromagnetic wave travels through this medium which is not a vacuum. So in vacuum it will travel like this, no problem. When this electromagnetic wave, which is what, an energy, when this will fall onto the surface of this medium, what will happen? This will start oscillating these particles, basically charged particles. They will start oscillating. They will give the energy to this material. This will give energy to this. This will give energy to this. So what will happen? Because of the oscillation of these atoms or these charged particles inside this medium, what will happen? There will be lag in the travel of energy to the other end. क्या होगा? ये यहां से क्या करना शुरू करेगा? Oscillate. ये this will oscillate this will oscillate here, this will oscillate like this will oscillate like this. So the energy from this point will be traveled to this point via vibration, via oscillation. And during this process, what will happen? Acha, whatever the oscillation, whatever the frequency of wave is here, the same frequency, the same oscillation will occur here also. There might be change in amplitude. If the amplitude of electric field is, let's say, like this like thoda bada hai, but here the oscillation will be thoda sa less. The amplitude might be decreased here, but the frequency won't change here. Okay? Frequency cannot change here. Okay? Whatever the frequency of oscillation is there, is present in electromagnetic wave, with the same frequency, these charged particle will oscillate, and the energy will be propagated through the oscillation towards the right end. Once that energy will come here, now this charged particle is under acceleration, will generate electromagnetic wave through this end and will pass. So why the speed of light, why the speed of electromagnetic wave decreases in a medium which is not a vacuum? Reason kya hai? Because of this lag, because of the oscillation of charged particle inside the medium. That will take some time. थोड़ा सा वहां पर टाइम का लॉस होता है. लॉस मतलब ज्यादा टाइम लगता है, बेसिकली लॉस नहीं, ज्यादा टाइम होता है. All right guys, so this is how the electromagnetic wave will what? Propagate through a medium. All right, चलो बच्चा लोग आंसर करो. What is the answer for this question? बहुत ही बेसिक है. तो हाँ, जो पार्टिकल है सब जहां जहां वो जाएगा ना, वो ऑसिलेट करेगा. Tell me guys, what is the answer for this question? E naught is given to you, F is given to you, find the value of U. What is U? Yes, Athar, correct है. बोलो बच्चे लोग, what will be the value of U? बहुत simple है यार. So I won't be actually calculating this. I'll just give you the answer. U is nothing but half into epsilon naught into E naught square. You know the value of epsilon naught, half into 8.854 into 10 to the power minus 12 into E naught square, 1.5 ka square. Calculate Madi, give the answer, joule per meter cube. Tell me guys, what is the answer for this question? कंफ्यूज करने के लिए, रिडंडेंट डेटा है, कोई जरूरी थोड़ी है सब जो दिया सबका यूज होना चाहिए. तुमने कैसे पूछा? When this type of question will be asked to you ना, you must be thinking, sir कुछ तो तोप होगा. Why did they give the value of frequency? They don't care क्या frequency है. Actually they'll give you like this. An electromagnetic wave of frequency 2 into 10 to the power 12 hertz is propagating in this direction with the electric field amplitude 1.5 volt per meter. Find out what will be the energy density. So as a characteristics of wave, they have given the frequency. Okay? But in this question, you don't have to actually use this. थोड़ा दिमाग लगाना इन सब चीजों. कभी-कभी होता है redundant data दिया रहेगा. Here also. Come on guys, give the answer for B naught and lambda. How will you get the value of B naught? चलो, तो we know that E naught divided by B naught is equal to C. E naught divided by B naught is equal to C. So I will get B naught is equal to E naught divided by C. I know the value of E naught, that is 2 into 10 to the power, 48 now. It is 48 divided by 3 into 10 to the power 8. So this is the value of B naught. Unit क्या होगा? Tesla. What about lambda? What about lambda? Yes, for lambda we need frequency. So lambda का value क्या है बच्चों? What is lambda here? Tell me. What is the formula for lambda? Wavelength of wave. What is the formula for lambda? C into nu. Are you sure? C into F. पक्का? Clear? सही में? क्या बोल रहे हो तुम? C into nu, C into F. ऐसे कैसे हो जाएगा बच्चा लोग? C into F तो नहीं होगा. It should be what? C divided by F, right? It should be C divided by F. You know the value of C, so 10 to the power 8 divided by what is the value of F given to us? 2 into 10 to the power 10. So calculate this and put the answer. बहुत easy है. चलो बच्चा लोग, now answer this question. Come on guys, please answer this one. A point source of, guys please don't leave the meeting. In next 5 to 7 minutes I'll leave the class, don't worry. थोड़ा संडे है यार, कर लेते हैं इसको, खत्म ही कर लेते हैं, don't worry. A point source of electromagnetic radiation has an average power output of 800 watt. The maximum value of electric field at a distance 3.5 meter from the source will be. Come on guys, please give the answer. How will you find the value of E naught? Yes, maximum value of electric field means E naught. Find out the value of E naught. देखो बच्चा, let me solve this. I think most of you will struggle here. Can I write intensity is equal to power divided by area? Power is given to you 800. What is the area बच्चा लोग? What will you write as the area? It is what point source की बात कर रहे हैं ना, point source है. If this is a point source, and if I'm talking about power at this point, tell me in what area energy will be distributed? बोलो बच्चा लोग जल्दी से. I have actually solved this type of question in waves. मैंने already ये question solve किया है इस तरीके का. In which area, what will be the area in which the power will be distributed? The spherical part में, right? So the radius of this part is क्या बच्चा लोग? R, let us say. So I will write power at any point, or intensity at this point will be written as power by area. So in what area this energy will be distributed? So in 4 pi R square. So intensity is actually given to us as 800 divided by 4 pi into R कितना है? 3.5 square. So this intensity is given to you. All right. This intensity is given to you. What is the relation between intensity and electric field magnitude, electric field amplitude? So we have derived that part. याद करो, अभी कुछ 10 साल पहले किया था हमने. Intensity is nothing but half into B naught square by U naught into C, or half into epsilon naught into E naught square into C, because this value is equal to epsilon naught into E naught square, right? So I'll put that part. So I is nothing but half into, क्या लिखेंगे बच्चा लोग? Half into epsilon naught into E naught square into C. Now I is known to us. E naught square will be written as 2 into I divided by epsilon naught into C. So from this part, I will get E naught is equal to square root of 2I divided by epsilon naught into C. All the values are known to us. I'll calculate it, I'll get the answer. Now in this question, they have asked, find the maximum value of magnetic field as well. That means you have to find what is the value of B naught as well. So what will be the value of B naught? So E naught divided by B naught is C. So B naught will be equal to E naught by C. From here, we'll find the value of E naught. Put it here, we'll get the value of B naught. Guys, please click yes if you have understood the solution for this question. This is very, very important question. और बहुत ही मतलब कह सकते हो कि एग्जामिनेशन में जैसा क्वेश्चन आता है ना, exactly वैसा relevant question है. If you actually look at this question for the first time, like in one glance, it will look like कि बहुत ही कम data दिया हुआ है. Very like few, very you can say scarce. There is a scarcity of, there is a very limited data have been given to us. But once you'll go through the solution, once you'll go through the basic part, now all the threads, all the, you can say, mystery will be solved. Exactly, Pratish, मैंने वेब में पढ़ाया था ये सब सारी चीजें. ये point source के लिए है at a distance r at a distance of r from this point source, what will be the intensity and all those things. ये इसी को कहते हैं ना basic. If you don't get the intensity part, you can't solve this one. ठीक है, चलिए ये सब सारे क्वेश्चंस कर लोगे क्या? ये तो हो जाएगा, ये कर लो, एक कर लो, फिर बाद में देखते हैं. गाइस, छोड़ना है क्या क्लास, or do you want me to complete? बस ठीक है, तो let us continue this part next class. Already I have taken like more than 1.5 hours, right? 90 minutes से ज्यादा कर लिया है. So I have actually included 2 questions only. यहाँ पे 2 question होगा. Yeah, 2 questions. After that, this is theory. You have to actually study this. You have to memorize all these things. All right. So thank you guys. Thank you so much for attending the class. Stay safe, stay healthy, and enjoy your Sunday. Thank you. Bye bye. Take care. Enjoy, Mari. Bye.